Now, sales is a broad topic. It can be very confusing, especially if you're just starting out. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the 3 most essential sales skills that you need for any business, or if you're a salesperson and you want to be successful. And I found these 3 skill sets extremely useful during my time in Silicon Valley at Oracle as a sales rep, and also in the startup world, and even as a business owner myself now. These 3 most important sales skills still apply today. Now, when it comes to the 3 most important sales skills, this is gonna apply whether you are an entrepreneur building your own business and you need to generate sales, or if you are someone who's looking for a sales job, just getting started, or already in sales, this is going to still apply to you. And before we get started with the video, make sure you give this video a like, because every like does help this video reach new audiences. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, because I'm gonna be releasing new sales training videos every single week. And if you want to make sure that you get notified when these videos come out, make sure you hit the notification bell. Now, the first important sales skills that you have to master to become a great salesperson is actually business development. Now, there are a couple names for business development. Sometimes it's called sales development, and other times it might be called lead generation. And how you want to think about sales is you want to think about it as a funnel. Now, at the top of the funnel, no matter what business you're in, you have to generate leads, right? And so when it comes to sales, these are going to be the people who are going to networking events, asking for referrals, and basically looking for business. And what's popular these days is that a lot of companies, whether it's tech, an agency, or whatever it may be, what they do now is they send out cold emails or LinkedIn messages to people that they want to work with, asking for a meeting. And essentially, the people that are interested are going to take your meeting, and that is how you generate a lead. And obviously, as you can see, no matter what type of business you're in, this skill set is going to be incredibly valuable, because you're able to take nothing basically and go out there and find people who will be a great fit for your product and service, and then eventually close a deal. But if you're not able to find these people and generate a meeting, then you simply cannot generate any revenue, and that means you don't have a business. So that's why business development, sales development, or lead generation, however you want to call it, is going to be the first critical skill set you need in sales to be successful as a salesperson or an entrepreneur. And during my time working in Silicon Valley, especially at Oracle, most of the salespeople that start at a company like Oracle or Salesforce or Microsoft, they usually start as a business development rep or a sales development rep, which is pretty much the same thing. And all they do is generate leads for account executives to close, which leads me into the second skill set that's going to be extremely valuable for you guys, and that is going to be closing, okay? Now, typically when someone is a sales development rep or a business development rep, for a while, they're gonna get a promotion, and then they're gonna be upgraded into an account executive. Now, for an account executive, the whole job is actually to convert these leads, right? The people that you messaged before, and turn them into paying customers. And as you can see the flow here, the first person basically generates the meeting, that's the sales development rep, and then he passes that lead over to the account executive, and that's going to lead into the second skill set, which is closing. And to be an effective and efficient account executive or closer, you have to be able to listen to a customer, empathize with what they're going through, understand their pains, and uncover them, and then position your product and service as a solution to that pain. And that's essentially the cycle of how you turn a complete stranger into a paying customer. And if you want to see more about how exactly to run your sales meeting and uncover these pains and pitch your product and service, I actually have another video on exactly how to do that somewhere on the screen, or check out the link in the description. And obviously, being an account executive, you guys already know it's one of the most valuable skills that you can have, because it's essentially taking a stranger, turning them into a paying customer, and then generating revenue for yourself or your business. And that is typically why account executives get a lot of big paychecks, because they're the one closing and they're getting that sales commission. Now, although closing is a very, very valuable skill that any business needs, this next one is going to be extremely critical, and that is account management, or AKA being an account manager. So once an account executive closes a deal, that customer is then passed over to the account manager, right? And this is a whole different sales role, and the goal here for an account manager is to keep your customers happy and get them to continue purchasing your products and services and eventually increasing the lifetime value of that customer. Now, even though this is actually just keeping customers happy, it is essentially the lifeblood of most businesses. So I'll give you an example. So let's say an account executive closes a deal for $10,000 a year for a software, okay? So the account executive gets a commission, passes this customer over to the account manager. Now the deal's already closed, but here's the thing. The account manager has to keep this customer happy so that every year they keep renewing this software. So every year it's another 10,000, another 10,000, another 10,000 until they eventually stop the service, if they ever stop. Now, not only do they have to keep renewing this customer and basically generate more money from this person, they also try to sell more products and services to this person. And maybe instead of paying $10,000 a year, they can sell more products and services and eventually get this person to $15,000 a year or $20,000 a year. And this is recurring revenue that's gonna keep coming in every single year. So obviously, being an account manager or having the skill set of nurturing your customers is going to be extremely important if you wanna grow a business for the long run. Now I have a question for you guys. Based on the funnel that I showed you, which skill set do you think is most important in sales? Is it the business development, being the account executive, or is it being the account manager? Go ahead and put it in the comments and let me know which one you think is most important. Now in sales, everybody has their own different opinion on what's most important, but I'll go ahead and share you what I feel is the most important to give you a little more insight based on my experiences. Now, when it comes to whether it's business development, account executive, or account management, in my opinion, the most important skill set and is the most underrated job is actually the business development role. So you see, when you look at this funnel, when you look at the top, if you don't have any leads at the top of the funnel, then you have nobody to close and you have nobody to renew and do account management. So although every skill set, in my opinion, is important, the most valuable one is actually lead generation, because if you don't have any leads, you can't close any deals and you can't generate any revenue. It doesn't matter how great of a closer you are. If you can close 100% of everybody you talk to over the phone or in person, that's fantastic. But if you have nobody wanting to talk to you, then you're gonna close 0 deals. And that is why lead generation is most important. And especially if you are starting your own business or you're working at a startup and you're trying to get something off the ground, the most of the challenges that people have is how do you get your name out there? How do you get people to even want to have a meeting with you to know that you exist? So by increasing the top of your funnel, you're gonna be able to get more meetings, practice your closing and your ability to increase the lifetime value of a customer. But obviously the most important part is to get that first meeting or get multiple meetings and then convert these people over time. And of course, as time goes on, you'll get better at converting and increasing your sales. But obviously, lead generation is one of the most important skills, in my opinion. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you give this video a like, because every like I said before, does help this video reach new audiences. And if you want to see new videos every single week, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. And one thing I want to ask you in the comments, let me know which sales role you feel fits most with your skill set and your personality. Is it the business development side where you're generating leads, or do you want to be a closer as an account executive, or maybe you want to keep customers happy as a account manager? Let me know in the comments which one resonates with you the most. So with that said, that's everything that we have to cover for this video, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one.